Another death has been confirmed here in New South Wales, bringing the state's death toll to 8 deaths nationwide. A woman in her 70s has passed away overnight from COVID-19. She was a passenger on the Ruby Princess cruise ship, which docked in Sydney on March 19. We have just received an update in the last few minutes from New South Wales Health, and if it's okay, Ash, I'm just going to talk you through some of these figures. This woman, this patient was one of 3 initial passengers who were confirmed COVID-19 positive following testing on board the Ruby Princess. New South Wales Health passes on its condolences in this statement and says that there have been 107 cases diagnosed in New South Wales from the Ruby Princess and 26 cases interstate. If we go down to the Ovation of the Seas, there are 13 cases in New South Wales linked to that cruise ship. This one docked in Sydney on March 18, and 7 cases diagnosed in New South Wales who were on board the cruise Voyager of the Seas, and this disembarked also on March 18. And in other news, Ash, there have been a further 3 positive cases at the Dorothy Henderson Lodge, that aged care facility, bringing that to a total of 11 residents and 5 staff testing positive for COVID-19 at that aged care facility in Macquarie Park in Sydney's northwest, where we have seen a cluster of cases emerge over the last couple of months. So just to recap, a woman in her 70s, a passenger from the Ruby Princess cruise ship, has died from COVID-19 overnight. She was one of 3 passengers initially tested on board the cruise ship. There are now 107 cases of COVID-19 linked to that cruise ship. The Ovation of the Seas, 13 further cases linked to that one there. We have been talking about the debacle surrounding the cruise ships and what happens next, and whether or not cruise ships will be turned away from Sydney Harbour. So just a matter of waiting and seeing what will happen moving forward with this particular mode of transport and this sort of holiday type of excursion in terms of the COVID-19 outbreak. It's definitely causing a headache for the state and federal governments. Ash?
Stella Dvorak live there with that breaking news, some more devastating news as the coronavirus claims yet another life here in Australia, with New South Wales alone now recording 7 deaths from the virus. And as Stella points out, just showing you just how devastating the consequences are from the decision to let that Ruby Princess, the passengers, disembark a few days ago. Obviously such a major failure of decision making there, and one that politicians around the country are just shaking their heads in disbelief that it was allowed to happen. More updates as we get them from around the country this afternoon, as we get further updated tolls coming through from the various states and territories as to the number of coronavirus cases we are starting to see being recorded.